Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and today I'm so excited to show you the Laurel Denise Undated Vertical All-in-One Planner. Last year I reviewed the Laurel Denise planner and it was dated and it was a horizontal layout, and my community of viewers went crazy over it because it's so unique. It's unlike any other planner. So I left it in the box to show you how it will come to you. It says Plan Thoughtfully, Laurel Denise since 2005. And then when you open it up, you just have some tissue paper around it. So that is how it is presented. And then this planner has a blush cover. I actually have two planners to show you, so check my other video. I have a Laurel Denise teacher planner, which I'm super excited about because I'm a teacher. All right, so here's the look of the Laurel Denise planner. So last year's looked a whole lot like this, except it was like a hunter green. The teacher planner is going to be that same green, but this one is blush, and it has gold foiling on the front. It says Undated Planner, weekly and monthly views, hourly. Okay, and so you've got this, I think this is called O-ring coiling, but I'm not 100% positive. It's got kind of a copper look to it. And the back is just a plain blush. It's a hard cover, and this is landscape orientation. So that in and of itself is a totally different thing. All right, let's go through this page by page. And I want to tell you as we're going through this that Laurel Denise is launching these planners on May 1st of 2022. And you can get a discount in your email if you sign up for her email list. So if you go to Laurel Denise's website, sign up for the email list. I did that. I think on April 26th, she's going to send out a discount. All right, so when you open it up, look at the ruler. Isn't this cool? All right, you've got this like semicircular pocket that is kind of a coated cardstock, and then there's a floral design behind the pocket. All right, so this is going to hold some pretty big things. And then you've got a snap-in ruler that is like this. It says "You are loved" at the top in gold foiling, and then it's a ruler that has 8 inches on it. Okay, so let's set that aside for the time being. All right, I can't wait. If you did not watch my review last year, I can't wait for you to see the layout. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, so it's just got a place for your name here and your contact information. And this is a year overview, and you get 12 months here. So here I'll close up show you January. It has a goal for the month and things to remember. And you get that for each month, and then some dot grid space over here in the margin. So the first 6 months are on the left side. The other 6 months are on the right side. It's the same format, goals and things to remember, with a dot grid page or just kind of a margin area for list making or any other things you want to do, like pictures, memory keeping. If you want to, you could use the dot grid area for that. Then every tabbed page is thicker. So this is a thicker cardstock, and this is just the regular paper that you're going to see through it. I'll try to find the GSM on this paper. And then here's where it's going to blow your mind, okay? Because all at one time, you get to see your month view. Then you get Monday through Sunday. It's a Monday start here in a vertical layout. And you've got a place for times. So I want to show you this up close. So you fill in the month because it's undated. You fill in the dates of your monthly calendar. And then every week is going to have one of these spreads like this for the week. And it's vertical and it's lined. And then over here where it says priorities, it's got space for you to kind of write what is most important for that day. And then you've also got blank times, so little colons or whatever you call those when you put the time down. You can start this at any time of day. You can break it down in 10-minute, 15-minute increments, half hours. It's up to you. And then to do today, that's at the bottom. You get a space every single day for that. The column is kind of narrow, and that's the point. I mean, it's just to see everything at once. Each column is 1 inch wide. Okay, and then these columns are 1 inch wide. Also, the height on the monthly boxes is not quite 1.5 inches. So I'm going to say it's more than 1.25. So whatever is between 1.25 and 1.5 inches. All right, so you get to see your month at the same time that you're planning your week. I'm going to zoom in enough for you to see that much of it. What you're missing right now is this dot grid area and blank space, which we'll get to, but I just want to frame out this part of it, the functional part of it. Then you get these shorter pages or more narrow pages that you flip for each week. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So up to 5 weeks for a month. Then there is a sidebar here that just says this week that you can use for lists or anything you want to. Then after the 5th month, the back of that page is dot grid, and all of this is dot grid until you get to this line and it says to do this month. So that would take the place of your sidebar in the monthly view. You see this all month long. It's never covered up because you've got these shorter or more narrow pages here. This is never covered up. Isn't that cool? So if you need to see month and week at the same time all the time, this is a layout you really need to think about. It will fold back on itself. The only thing you have to watch out for when you're folding it back on itself is that if it's not this direction, or even if you have, it doesn't really matter which direction. If you have some of the more narrow pages, you're going to want to put like a paper clip or an elastic strap around this to keep those from flopping. But other than that, you can fold it back on itself. And then each tab, you're going to have to write in like an initial. You could just, if you wanted to start this planner in June, you could start in August. It doesn't matter. And you can either, if you have tiny handwriting, you could write the month, or you could just put one letter of the month, or you could color code, whatever you want to do. You might also be able to buy some tabs to, if they have like a pre-printed tab that you want to use instead of using your own handwriting, that's another option. So we're back to the cardstock here because this is a tabbed page. And then the following month is exactly the same layout. Isn't this really cool and unique? I love the creativity of Laurel Denise. So let's go back. Let's see how many months it is. I think it's probably 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is a 12-month planner. Every month is the same way. So let's see if there's anything in the back that we want to take a look at. I see some graph paper right now. So this would be your 12th month, and that will vary depending on when you start it. Also, if you just have some busy months and you don't use a planner every single month, you can make this last longer than a year. You just pick up where you left off and use it when you need it. All right, so after that final month, the 12th month, we go into graph paper. Here's what it looks like. It's in sort of a gray ink. At the top, there's a solid line and a dashed line or dotted line. And the same is true at the bottom. It's a very clean look. So just let your imagination run wild here. So if we count sides, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a bunch. 13, 14. Then after 14 sides, we go to dot grid. So it's the same solid and dotted line at the top and the bottom, but now it's dot grid. All right, so for this we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wow, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sides. And then in the back, it says copyright 2022, Laurel Denise. And so you get another pretty interior pocket with the floral design behind it and blush on the pocket itself. That matches the outer cover really well. And this is all function. This is all function. You don't need to decorate this at all, but if you decide that you want to decorate or color code, you could just write with any sort of pen you want to, and it's just an extremely functional planner. I like it. And let's say we want to pop this in somewhere. It will stick out above the top, so it can be your page marker. And it looks like it's almost the same width as one of these narrow weekly pages. So we'll just pop it in and see what it looks like with the book closed. Pops in really easily. And look, there's a heart at the bottom. Just saw the heart. Look right here. I'm going to tilt it so maybe it'll pick up some light. There's a little heart right here. And then when we close the book, that bookmark sticks out. We can go right to that page. Okay, so this is a great planner. Now, do you guys want a pen test? I did a pen test last year. You can, I think the paper's probably the same. I don't know that for a fact. But let's do like a quick pen test here with just whatever pens I have on hand. All right, so here is what the different pens and markers look like on the surface. And I just used anything that I thought might be something that you have in your collection that you might be using. All right, and I will say that this paper is very smooth, and particularly when I got to the mild liners, it was like butter. It was like spreading butter. It was really nice. And also the Erin Condren highlighter side of the dual tips. It was like, just like spreading butter. It was really smooth. So the paper feels really fun to write on. All right, so let's see if there was any bleed through or any shadowing. All right, so here is the result. I will show you up close. I think this paper performs very well. I don't see a thing. And even if I lift it up, I don't see a thing. So here is our pen test, and here is the back of the page. So you're pretty much safe with all of this anyway, and these. All right, I used every single one of these. So none of these bled through. Now, I did not use a permanent marker, and I would not even do that. Just don't use a permanent marker, because that's probably going to bleed through, and I don't want to mess up. That's just too predictable. Any permanent marker like a Sharpie is not a good idea. But even the metallic marker, let me see if I can find it. This one, even the metallic marker, which has a really bold tip. See here, I thought for sure that one was going to bleed through, but it did not. All right, so this is good paper. And let's do like a smear. Let's rub it and see if it smears. Now I have given it, okay, we got one smear. The Erin Condren metallic gel did smear. Don't use that. Unless you're not going to rub it. Maybe you're not planning to rub yours, but anyway, the metallic Erin Condren, that was not the marker that I was talking about. That's this one. That's this. Don't use this. All right, let's see what else. Different finger now. And I'm pushing really hard so we can tell, but I did let these dry ahead of time. So even letting that metallic one dry, it smeared. So I don't recommend using this pen on this smooth paper. Maybe on paper that has more of a tooth to it, that might work. But everything else is fine. No smear. No smear. Now, if you want me to, let's just let's dive deep. Let's dive deep. Let's do like the Pilot G210, and I won't let it dry. It's actually 1.0. It looks like 10, but 1.0. Yeah. Let it dry. Let it dry. Okay. Let's try like a Pilot G2 that's not as inky as that. Like, let's do the 07. All right, different finger. It smears. So you have to let them dry. I mean, it doesn't take long to dry. We'll do another test and like count to 3. Here's the Paper Mate Ink Joy. Okay, different finger. Does not smear as much. So Paper Mate works better than Pilot on this paper. Dries faster, you know, dries faster. Okay, so let's give Pilot another chance. This is just fun. You know, this is unnecessary really, but it's fun. So let's give this one another chance. Let's give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to have to use my thumb. Not as bad, but it needs more than 5 seconds. All right, then let's try the 07. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going over here. Not as bad, but it needs more than 5 seconds. And then I bet Ink Joy Gel. I'm not going to write Paper Mate, just Ink Joy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost no smear there. So with your gel pens, just let them dry because look, doesn't smear at all here. Just let them dry. So that's no drying time, that's 5 seconds drying time. But Paper Mate Ink Joy Gel dries faster than Pilot G2, okay? But none of these bleeds through. None bleeds through. Just for fun, let's do a smear test with no dry on the ballpoint. So I'm not going to write Erin Condren out. I'm just going to write EC ballpoint. And woohoo! It smears a little bit. So let the ballpoint dry. Let's give it a 5-second test. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not as much, but it kind of did the same thing as, I guess it did not quite as well as the Ink Joy Gel. Interesting, but none of them smeared except the metallic gel pen after a lot of drying time. All right. I think we were pretty thorough, don't you? Okay, so before we close, let's just take a look at some other things that Laurel Denise sent me. So this is a really cute and unique looking mini sticky note set, and it comes on a very hard backing. So this is a sticky note set that has kind of an ombre effect of a dark blush up to white, or at least that appears to be white. It could be a super pale pink. But these sticky notes are 1 and almost 2 inches, but not quite, almost 2 inches wide. And then their width is almost 1.5 inches wide. Okay, so you get 2 times 8 sticky note pads on this nice hard backing, and this will be a really nice addition to your desk, I think. Nice. So the sticky notes themselves are, you know, like that. There you go. That's sticky notes. So this is a cute little set. And then look at the beautiful thank you notes. Check these out. All right, so it says 6 ways to say thank you. Filled with gratitude is one of them. I am ever so grateful for you. So thankful. Thank you. You made my day, and you're the best. So these are 6 cards with envelopes that are blank inside. And it looks like the envelopes are blush. So they're like this color, close to it. And then they look like, they smell good. They've got a little bit of gold metallic foiling on them, and they're blank on the inside. And you've got the Laurel Denise logo. It's a laurel wreath around Laurel Denise on the back. And then this one is, I am ever so grateful for you. There was a planner last year with this kind of abstract painting for the cover. So thankful. And there's the little gold metallic. This one, the gold's down here. And then, thank you. These are beautiful and very artsy. Each one with a blush envelope. You made my day. Look at that font too. That's really pretty. Every one of them is blank, just white on the inside. Gold foiling on the logo as well as just on the little accent on the design. And you're the best. On the back. Really nice. Okay, so those are other things on the website. Again, this is going to launch on May 1st. I do recommend going to the website to get on the mailing list because you're going to get a discount in your email that way. In fact, I signed up for the email list yesterday and I've already got a 10% off coupon. And I think that's because I just signed up for the mailing list. There might be an additional discount that goes out on April 26th. That's my understanding. So go to the Laurel Denise website for that. LaurelDenise.com. Here it is. LaurelDenise.com. You can also follow her. She is a hoot. She's so creative and she's funny. She does funny reels and things on Instagram. So follow her at Laurel Denise on Instagram. But the website is LaurelDenise.com. Okay, so come back if you are a teacher and you're interested in seeing the teacher planner version of this, which is dated, then check my next video. And if you have any questions, be sure to drop them below and I will try to get an answer for you right away. Thank you so much for joining me and I'll see you next time. Bye.